I'm so excited for this one. Hello, my name is H.A. Pruitt, and I'm the author of the Anna Thalian series. And in this video, I'm going to do a book review, which I'm so excited about. I just finished the book yesterday. Okay. Please review books. It's so important to spread the word about books. The book I'm going to read today, I don't think it's a very well-known book. I haven't looked at how many reviews it has, but it should have like a bagillion because it's so good, okay? I say okay a lot when I'm excited, so I'm probably going to say okay a lot. Just ignore me. I know I have a verbal tick. I'm sorry. It happens. Okay, so the book is Beyond the Last Gate, the Lightseer Chronicles, Volume 1 by S.C. Phillips. Okay, the genre is epic fantasy, takes place in a totally different world. It's an adventure, it's a desert world. There's more to it that I can't say. Oh, my baby's pulling my hair out. That's fine. Okay, the audience is middle grade, and the writing felt middle grade, but the characters were young adults, like 17, two main characters, twin brother and sister, 17 years old, and the story was really enjoyable for me. I'm an adult. I'm like, I don't remember, 34, 35. I don't remember how old I am. So summary of this story, Beyond the Last Gate. If my baby leaves my hair alone. Isaac and Eva know that they have a unique ability to see light that no one else can see, but they don't understand it. It's not like normal light. It's like a different kind of light. When they get a chance to go on an expedition to find artifera, objects that contain the light only they can see, Isaac and Eva find ruins that want to trap them. Okay, so like the ruins of this maybe old civilization, maybe this mirage city, I don't know. They like try to trap them in the city when they're like trying to get out. Okay, calm down. So they find ruins that want to trap them. They find a victim of a deadly plague and many questions and mysteries about the light within the artifera. The twins are swept into a whirlwind of danger and unknowns in which they are the key to everything. So ow. So, I cannot tell you everything about this plot because of spoiler reasons and because I spent 15 minutes just after like the first 4 chapters trying to explain everything to my husband. The plot is so complex and like interwoven, and every detail is like interwoven with every detail of this massive, vast world that you just dive into. I took like 15 minutes just to explain this initial like setup and everything that was connected and what was going on to my husband. So I can't tell you everything, and I probably shouldn't. But just know it's like so complex and so interwoven, but it's also like really clear. And the points that you don't understand yet because you're not supposed to understand yet, the characters very clearly do not yet understand themselves what's going on. And so you feel like it's okay that I don't understand everything going on. And so you just want to keep reading to find out what's going on. And you do. Not everything, frustratingly and amazingly. But like, the book had this, I have to use my hands to talk, it had this great like balance of like, you're finding out a little bit, and then you get one question answered, and when you get that one question answered that you really want answered, there's whole many more questions that branch out from it, and you're like, oh my goodness, now I have to know everything else with this. And you get like one more, and you get like a bunch more questions, and like one more and a bunch more questions, and so it just kept like leading you on and on and on, and you're like, I have to know. Like at first it was like, okay, I have to, what's going on, and then it just got faster and faster. You're like, oh my goodness, I have to know what's going on. And then by the end, I made like 4 notes. One of my positives is the end. I need the second book right now. It's not out yet. I need it right now. Like, I'm looking it up on Amazon. I'm like, I need it right now. The end. Some people are haters about cliffhangers. I am not. If a book does not have a compelling cliffhanger, I'm probably not going to read the second book. I don't know how many series I've started, and I just don't feel the need to read the next book in the series. But this book, I need to read the next book in the series, like right now, to know what happens. I need to read the second book. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the end because I don't want to spoil things for you. Okay, back to my notes. I really loved this book. It was stuffed full of mystery around what this light is, what it can do, how Isaac and Eva, the twins, are connected to it. There's so so many threads that are connected, so many mysteries, so many layers. It's just exciting. It's just like your brain is just happy. Okay, it seemed like I said that. It drove me crazy in the best way, how like you needed to keep reading. And the world building was just so cool. It was so stinking cool. The world, it felt really vast in depth and in what it encompassed. I'm so sorry. It felt really vast in its history and its richness in like what was going on. In just like, there were so many times I just stopped and I was like, this author, like, how long did he have to think about all this to get it all to work together? Like, it's so cool. It's so much. It's so good. I really hope this is making you want to read it. If my review is just scattered and crazy and it's not making you want to read it, just go read it. Just go read it. Just read it. Just read it and you'll love it too. So, the world had history, it had depth, and each piece and detail was so interconnected. It was fascinating and exciting to learn how it all connected and why it all mattered and what it all meant. There was just such a sense of like, I don't know how the author did it. It was just like such a sense of, I need to know what is going on. It's just the world building. It's just the world building is really, really, really good. So it's just so cool. That's my next positive. It was so cool. Just those two words, all caps. Okay, my next positive. I can't even tell you all the stuff I loved about this book because it will ruin the book for you, because there was such a, like, oh, we're learning about this. What's this? Oh, we're learning about this. What's this? And so every little thing I tell you will ruin every little thing. And so I just wish I could tell you so much. But again, like, I was just like, how did this author come up with all these, like, connections and everything matters? And it's so good. It's so cool. I love books like that where every little detail matters and there's nothing wasted and it all matters and it's all cool. And, like, every time something happened, because everything mattered, every time something happened, you're like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Like, they could be like, they walked past a rock and you're like, what's the rock? What's the rock? It's just so cool. Okay. Flipping my paper over. Again, my next positive about the book is I need the second book right now. That end, it was tragic and it was exciting. I read like this much of the book just yesterday. Like, I read just all this just yesterday, maybe even more. It was amazing. And I just could not stop reading. I have small children who try very hard to stop me from reading, and yet I did. If I didn't have kids, I would have read this whole thing in like a day or two. Seriously. Because I really felt compelled from the first few chapters to just figure this out and know what was happening. It's very compelling. And the characters were really lovable. Okay, Isaac and Eva are twin brothers and sisters. They're about 17, and they have a really fun dynamic. Isaac, he is spunky and he's carefree and he's sarcastic, and Eva is serious, but she's full of determination and childlike wonder. And so they really balance well with each other, and they just have this really good, like, sibling dynamic of like, I really love you, but you kind of annoy me, and like, I really love you, but I'm not going to tell you that I think you're great. It's just very fun, very cute. It's kind of like the grumpy sunshine dynamic in the way that just like they contrast so well, and they just like make each other better in their flaws and quirks and all this stuff. I just love it. Grumpy sunshine is one of my favorite things, and even though it wasn't grumpy sunshine, it reminded me of just that dynamic of, you just love seeing them together. And you get attached to these two really quickly, and you root really hard for them through the book, and they get into some dangerous situations, and so you're like, oh, I hope you make it, oh, don't die, and when they do cool stuff, you're like, yeah, oh, that's cool. Okay. The side characters also developed into full, rich people. All the characters had clear flaws, and many had growth. You could see the characters growing and learning about themselves. Even Isaac, at times, he was like, I'm too sarcastic sometimes. I need to lighten up a little bit, but I'm not gonna not be sarcastic all the time. And I loved the personality just in the writing and how like you could feel Isaac's personality, and you just loved reading it. You just enjoyed reading it. It's just good to read. Another thing I can't really say a lot about, but I have to say something about, the expanse. The expanse in this world. There's a region. I don't even know if you can call it a region. The expanse. And all the weird phenomena that happened in it was so imaginative and thought out. Like I said, it seems really random, and like in the beginning, this isn't revealing too much. In the beginning, I told you there's a city that like tries to trap them in, and at first it just seems like this is weird and random. But then you learn all the little details of why it's trying to trap them, how it's trying to trap them, the matter, like you can't really call it a solid or liquid or air. The matter that was trying to trap them matters. It's just like the expanse. It's so cool. So cool. The action was exciting. There were plenty of pockets of action within the book. Different places, action. It was really cool. Well written. I like when action isn't done like step by step, like move by move, but you get a really good sense of the action, so you can kind of watch it play out in your head, but it's still fast paced. I really like that balance of not describing every move, but describing it enough you can know every move. Like fight scenes. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. And okay, I'm just gonna read my note. Certain parts of the book absolutely wrapped me up in the story. Like, not just, it was like this deeper thing. It was like an experience. I'm sounding really weird, I know, but I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it. There are certain parts in the story where Isaac goes into like hyper-focus mode, and like how the author wrote them, like I was hyper-focused on the book. Like my baby could have been jumping off Niagara Falls, and I would have been like, I am reading, oh my goodness, I'm so into this. And it's just like, you could just feel it and hear it and see it, like you're just in it. You're just so in it. But I'm just like applauding the author so much for creating that experience of understanding what's going on with Isaac in those moments. And it's just like this bubble of like, you know, like you just get into it and you just like, okay, I'm making weird noises. I hope you understand what I mean. It's just so good. Just so good. That happened like, I can't say when it happens. I can't say when it happens. Okay, no. Okay, and the book, I need to hold up the book again, I forgot. Beyond the Last Gate by S.C. Phillips. Go order it for yourself right now. It had strong themes of loyalty and overcoming fear, friendship, doing what's right instead of what's easy, and the power of pure human bonds. I think that was like, those themes were never stated, but they were very clear. Isaac and Eva have a really strong bond with stop pulling my hair, child. Really strong bond with each other, and their bond is powerful, and then they create strong bonds with other people that are friendship, but go deeper than friendship, but friendship builds them more. And it's just really cool to see what they can do when they work together and how strong they can be, because Isaac and Eva, their power plays off other people's power, and they like help each other. And that is like so true for real life, where like if you find somebody who compliments you really well, who can do kind of like the opposite of what you do and can fill in all the places that you can't, that's a really strong bond. And I like how the book showed that without like I thought, because I really love books with messages, and I'm like, I really love this book, but what were the messages? And then when I sat back and thought about it, I'm like, that's very clear without saying it ever. And I like that. I appreciate that. The story, just the story itself made a message clear without ever saying that message at all. The end. Oh, the end. I need the next book. Okay, the cover is so good. I love the cover. And it related to the book. And there were times I was reading it, I was like, oh. Okay, and one thing I forgot to say in my negatives. I'm almost to my negatives, but I don't want to forget this. I wish... Okay, the title's Beyond the Last Gate, right? I wish that the last gate had been alluded to or mentioned before we got to the last gate. That is the only plot point that I saw any kind of flaw in. Because when we got to the last gate, it seemed like, okay, now we need something else, so let's talk about this last gate. But everything else was so interwoven that I'm like, this cannot be an afterthought. The last gate cannot be an afterthought. But how it was introduced in the story kind of made it feel for a little bit like an afterthought. So I wish, even if like in the first chapter, somebody just briefly mentioned, you know, oh, we can't go that way because there's the last gate. Or just something like that. So brief, so short. But just that other connection to weave it in, that would have been perfection. Yeah, because everything I just said. Okay, I don't need to say it again. Okay. And the last positive, the descriptions made every person, every scene, every move so clear. I didn't even think about what does this look like or what does that look like. It's so clear in my mind. Everything is so clear in my mind. The caravans, the desert, the holdfasts, which are the little oases, is that right? Oases? Whatever. Made the little oasis that they went to so clear, and I could see it, I could hear it, I could smell it all. Like, it just, and can't say anymore. Everything was really clear. Everything. Yes. Okay, negatives. Much of the exposition and explanation was, I'm sorry, he got his blocks out. Much of the exposition and explanation was provided through prose, which it did explain it, but like, much of the book kind of looks like this, just paragraphs kind of explaining things. And it did explain things, and the way it's written was enjoyable to read, but still, it's big chunks of information. I wish that there was a better balance between the prose and the dialogue to explain things, because even though I wanted to keep reading, I'd get really tired from working and tired from my kids, and I couldn't read because it was hard to focus because it is big chunks of information and the plot is complex. I woke up the next day and I'm like, I'm going to read now while I'm fresh, and I could understand it perfectly. But I wish there was a better balance between the prose and the dialogue to kind of teach you as the action goes, and not just teach you about what's happening. Some chunks of information were repeated. Like, there was just a lot of helping us understand what in the world is going on. And see, there's another part, just big chunks. And that was okay, because we did kind of need, okay, this is why this is relevant right now. And so it wasn't bad that it was included, but I think we didn't need the whole information again. Like, the beginning explained a lot, and then it seemed like some paragraphs were just kind of taken and rewritten just a little bit, enough that it was different, but it was almost the same, and put somewhere else, so that, like, it was repeated. And it didn't need to be repeated in such length, and I hope I've explained that well. Just less extensive repetition. We need some reminders. We don't need extensive repetition about ideas, about concepts. Once you tell us a concept, just give us little reminders when it relates. And that kind of slowed down the action, because like, there were fight scenes, there were action scenes where it's like, okay, this is why the light that they can only see is relevant right now. This is what's happening with it. This is what's going on with it. And you're like, yeah, but he's fighting somebody. Does he die? So I wish it was just like briefer in those moments, and or maybe reflection afterward. And then the last thing was just the syntax in general, the sentence structure in general could have been more efficient. There was a lot of there was-is, there is-is, a lot of language that could have been changed just a little bit to have active verbs, to have specific subjects, to not be repetitive in individual words, to be repetitive in ideas. They could have sped up the pace a little bit more, lessened that repetition that made you feel like, okay, we already learned this, let's keep going and find out. Just small things all throughout the book that could have been polished up a little bit more, and like just if those three things I just had those 3 negatives. And the little thing about the last gate being included somewhere in the beginning. If those 4 things were changed, like, this book would be perfection. It would be perfection. Absolute perfection. And those 3 things I said were so, like, this is all the good. It weighed so much that those 3 negatives, I, like, didn't even care. I didn't even care that you're repeating information. I didn't even care that we're going over this again because it was all so good. I'm like, yes, 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 let's keep going. And so those 3 negatives, when I just hashed them out, it sounded like kind of bad, sounded like a lot, but like the book was so good. It was so good that those were non-consequential to me. Like, I love this book and I'm going to recommend it to everybody. I would give it like 4.5 stars. I don't know if Everywhere is going to allow me to do 4.5 stars. But so I'll probably just do 4, but it was so, so good. I loved this book, and you should read it. Beyond the Last Gate by S.C. Phillips. The Lightseer Chronicles Volume 1. That is it. Look it up. Buy it right now. Oh, and one more thing. It didn't have romance. It didn't need romance. Thank you for not including romance, because we didn't need it, because this book is so great without it. I have a thing against purely romance books. Okay, so that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you read this book too, and like, tell me what you loved about it if you have read it. If you haven't read it, why haven't you read it? Go read it. What book are you excited about? Just comment. Oh, my baby's kicking. Comment in the comments below. Share this video, like this video. And thank you very much for watching. Bye! If you want to know more about Anna Thalian or H.A. Pruitt, please follow me on Instagram at H.A. Pruitt. You can find me on Amazon as an Amazon author, H.A. Pruitt. Please watch my YouTube channel and all my cool videos on my channel, H.A. Pruitt Anna Thalian. You can find me on the Facebook page, H.A. Pruitt Anna Thalian. You can follow me on Goodreads by the name H.A. Pruitt and the book Anna Thalian, or you can go to my website where so much cool stuff about Anna Thalian is. The website is hapruitt.com.